Starfleet Underground. Every week, we'll take a look at the latest Star Trek news and then check out a current or classic episode of Star Trek.
Watch out for that coffee table. It might be a robot in disguise. Okona and the kids go where science is science-y. Dal gets an upgrade, but shoots Blue Goo. The Tal Shiar get a dose of Murf Ball. And Rok Tahk learns that science rules, but it should also have rules.
What the hell? Don't blame me that I sat on you because you were in the shape of a chair. And how the hell did you do that? What do you mean you thought I was Heather? Do I look like Heather? What do you mean when you turn into a chair, you can't really see?
He wanted Heather to sit on him.
No. And what the hell is that? That better not be a mechanical tongue, you ass.
I thought the Swiss Army upgrade would have done wonderful for our DOT, but it just doesn't quite take right.
Did you order the flesh attachment?
No.
What the hell?
I wanted the corkscrew.
He ordered the flesh flashlight instead.
That would have been even more fun. It pops out the corkscrew as Heather sitting down.
And the tweezers.
Oh
I mean, come on.
Wait,
that would have been for Nathan.
It's saying it's a RoDOT in disguise. What do you mean a RoDOT in disguise?
No.
What the hell?
No, the Transformers were the name brand. You don't want the off-brand. I got the off-brand upgrade. Shit.
Oh, no. You ordered the wrong one.
I got the GoBot equivalent.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
What are you changing? You say, what do you mean? You're the DOT Army knife. What is a DOT Army knife now? It's like the Swiss Army knife, but you're a DOT.
There's so many attachments.
He's got scissors.
How many of you did you get
really tiny scissors?
Now it's blood around them. It's just... Jeez.
That's just regular hover mode.
We need to remove that.
I'm going to get my money back on that upgrade.
No, very funny. You look like a sneaker, but you're fucking huge. So I'm not going to believe you're a sneaker.
It's like an electro version of Meatwad for all those who watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh my God, what the hell?
What? Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Oh, it was classic. It was an Adult Swim thing.
Look, I know that we're broadcasting. You didn't have to transform into a big blinking light. Okay? And how the hell did you turn into a big blinking light?
What? Nathan, stop talking to the DOT.
Oh, yeah. Go, just leave the room. Just go.
Since we started this podcast, he starts having these conversations with a make-believe DOT.
Make-believe DOT? Wow, are you questioning my sanity?
Oh.
Not at all, sir.
You better watch out for the DOT now. He's going to want some revenge after you saying that.
Just tell the nice gentlemen with the white coats.
They're coming to take me away.
I would not want to piss off the Swiss Army DOT. That is not the DOT to piss off.
No.
Of course all DOTs are real. I'm only joking.
Now he says he has a corkscrew and he's going to go see you.
Corkscrew and
I got a cork. I need to remove this cork.
Sure, that's what he's planning to do.
He's like, I'm going to show you how real I am.
He's got a corkscrew and he ain't afraid to use it.
No, he's got a corkscrew and he's anal afraid to use it.
Anal phrasing, what?
Don't put the cork there.
No.
Oh my God.
Supposed to cork that.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for joining us today. We have
Make sure there aren't any kids listening.
Yeah, if you're under the age of 18, yeah, you need to get the hell out of here because we're not for children, period. And if one of my niece's friends are listening, this is a shout out to you, Ella. Just hit me up on the IG and let me know you heard the show so I can be totally embarrassed and not really look your way ever again. Yeah, we're here with a very full cool complement. We have our very capable and very adaptive engineer.
Where?
Oh, you're not?
Oh, you mean me?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Even though you insulted me and said I'm senile and I have, and I'm seeing things.
Well, you don't normally introduce me first.
Well, I did this time. I wanted to see.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rocky. I'm engineer of the show and the ship, and happy to see you. I was pleasantly amused by this story about a photographer. His mission was to take pictures of the Artemis rocket launch, and this was fucking awesome. He took his pictures and the video of it, and Twitter's AI identified it as revenge porn and blocked his account. And his account was, this guy's a professional journalist, photographer. His account was knocked out for 2 days. He couldn't get it back. I think it was because it was on the weekend that Elon took over the place and locked the doors out so nobody could get into the building.
Jeez.
So that's just I think it's amazing he got the account back.
You know what's really funny is that all the people he fired, one of the people he fired had banned Eli's account on the way out. He had to try to get his account back. Irritating. So yeah, and then that lockout you talked about, you heard how it happened? They locked.
He fired the security team, right? And they just left the fucking thing locked?
No, he fired the entire security team, and they disabled badge access for the employees so they couldn't come back in. But they did a global badge access denial, and everyone was locked out of the building.
Including Elon?
Including him. So
oh shit!
That's got to be one hell of a phone call.
Oh my god!
I can't get in the building. I just bought this place. Hello.
I just fired the security team, and now I can't get in the building.
I can't figure out what happened.
Oh my god! It's been such a mess. It's so hilarious.
You know.
Anyway, I love that this story about the photographer whose image was video. It was a video. He posted a video because they got it re-upped, and you watch the video, and you're watching this and going like, this doesn't look like pornography at all. I don't know what Twitter AI is smoking.
Well, just be careful. Don't post a picture of Boimler doing the leg spread thing.
Oh, my God.
Well, he wasn't trying to launch a rocket with that, though. So.
Yeah, but someone might, misinterpret that.
What is a saying? I think it's Confucius that said, it says it's better to appear stupid than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. That's what Musk has done.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Since we're I'm switching things up today, we're going to go into our most extraordinary computer programmer, as well as a person that can make anyone feel comfortable when he wants to. Is that my number one?
And we're going to be for what?
What?
Who?
Huh?
Where?
Where?
How?
Now?
There
What?
are no corrections.
I wasn't talking to you.
We didn't even ask you for corrections. It was an introduction.
Yeah,
He self-corrected.
I self-corrected.
He self-corrected.
I'm Patrick. I'm number one. I'm the foreign species liaison, and I'm ahead of the game.
My cheeks.
He usually checks the corrections for us, but
My cheeks hurt.
he usually introduces himself first.
My cheeks hurt. I'm laughing so hard today. Oh,
Your cheeks, are you getting spanked? That's probably what, it happens when you get spanked, sir.
oh my God.
A little discomfort, but feels so good.
I saw what you did there. Okay. And I saved, of course, the best for last. Are extremely, just wickedly intelligent and research capable and easy on the eyes is my science officer.
Aw, you're so sweet. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Captain. Hi, I'm Heather Ferris. I'm the science officer, and I'm sitting here arguing with the doc, trying to get him to turn into a pad, but he refuses. I should be able to have a Kindle.
Into what?
Pad.
A pad.
Always and forever. It's a pad.
The transformation plugin only transfers those into like objects that are useful but simple.
Yeah,
How is the pad not like useful?
It's a very complicated device. In fact, he's already a complicated device, so he can't become another complicated device. He can only downgrade into a simple tool.
That's why he's yelling at me. Okay.
Because he's a simple tool.
Oh my God.
Kind of like our captain.
Well, don't call him a simple tool, otherwise he'll yell louder.
No, he's not
I
like
like
me.
Captain.
You're talking about Tucker. We get rid of him. So
Tucker.
Thankfully.
Simple tools.
Isn't that a band? The Simple Tools. And they play
I think it's
kazoots.
just Tool.
Oh, well, I just
Oh,
Tool.
God, that's funny.
Well, I thought they were. So, and of course, you should know who I am. And if you don't, I don't even feel like telling you. So how's that? Unless this is your first show and you're a new person and you haven't listened to anything else, I'm Captain Nathan Adams and you're on the USS Butler. And I assume you know what we're here for because we review shows, Star Trek shows, when they launch. And when we run out of new material, we just go back and torture Heather with Enterprise. So we're waiting till she actually gets
They actually have to tie me up.
Yeah.
They tape my eyes open.
Yeah.
You mean you wouldn't just come over naturally and watch it?
No.
They forced me.
We had to tie her down.
Yeah, I heard her.
It was so torturous.
Yeah, I heard her with the EMH, and he's talking like, so show us where the bad Enterprise touched you. So
gross.
To which is really kind of funny. What? Okay.
The Bad Enterprise. That sounds like a band.
It does, actually. Well, before we go any deeper.
Mirror universe version.
Before we go any deeper, I have to say that this show is being brought to you by Section 31, as well as our Patreon and the people who buy from our gift shop. So thank you so much. We have a lot of cool stuff in that gift shop if you want to take about it. And just purchasing one item will finance one show of the podcast, which is most amazing. So if you want to find out where it is, you just go to starfleetunderground.com and there's a link to all of our cool stuff, including Patreon. We have various levels of Patreon, including people who don't have much of a finance. Just you can toss in $1 a month. I mean, come on. You can't even get anything in the store now for $1 a month.
Well, $2 feeds a tribble, and I think $3 neuters them.
So you can feed him and then cut off his no parts. So
I guess we should have done neuter first and then feeding.
Yeah,
we didn't think about that.
Technically, yeah, you want to switch the order on that on the website.
So, but
just for our safety, we're just going to start feeding all our tribbles and not bothering to neuter them. That's not a good thing.
No. And then for our big ballers, we have also nude pictures of the crew that may or may not be real nudes, but you'll never know. So there's that.
After dark.
Yeah. Patrick has a whole new thing for what's after dark, but
your mom.
We're going to go ahead and go there. Now I can ask you, Patrick, do we have any corrections at all?
Were you not listening?
Yeah, but I don't know if you were saying that as a joke or you really did check to see if we had corrections. Do we?
We are clear.
We're clear. Okay, so that works. So now that we know that it's clear and we did everything else, now I can go in for the news section with the correct lineup that I normally do. Heather.
Aye, Captain. News?
Yes.
Sure. I got news. Okay, so the 5th season of Star Trek Discovery has wrapped up production in Toronto. It is a 10-episode season which began filming in early June. All of the same actors from the last season are coming back for this season, and the story this season is going to be similar to One Big Treasure Hunt. Ooh.
Wow. I wonder what they're going to be hunting for.
Your face is being updated.
Say again?
Whose face is being updated?
What?
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 Who?
What?
Huh?
When?
Where?
Why?
How?
How? How?
Now, brown cow.
Open the hatch doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog? What?
Yeah.
Can I teach you a lesson?
Oh no, it's Badgie! It's Badgie!
No, we get rid of him.
Badgie.
We get rid of him, I thought.
This is why we don't open up a Word document.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to do that.
A what?
Speaking about opening docs, what do you got for us there, Pat, news-wise?
News-wise, well, let's see. So Black Friday sales, Star Trek at Paramount Plus is 50% off if you use the code BFCM50.
Cool, because black sales matter.
What?
Black sales matter. Go ahead.
Anyway, it's 50% off at Paramount Plus. So that's $24.99 a year with ads and $49.99 a year ad free. You have to take the deal before Monday the 28th at 8 a.m. Pacific. There probably will be some Cyber Monday deals, so stick around for that and take a look. Also on Amazon, Star Trek Blu-rays and DVDs are up to 65% off. And Star Trek stuff is up to 89% off at Entertainment Earth.
That
and 25% off site-wide at the Star Trek shop.
Basically, if you hear this podcast on Monday, you probably can't use those promo codes.
But you can try. sometimes they'll do it.
That's okay. You can still go shopping because we have our own merch store and you can buy our merch instead of the official stuff.
Yeah, and our stuff is better.
And we have more merch coming.
Yeah.
And there's more merch coming.
And our stuff is better.
And plus, it'll be Cyber Monday, so there's probably going to be a whole lot of deals for Cyber Monday as well.
I should probably look into that email they sent us about doing a code deal for the upcoming holidays. We're supposed to offer a code.
It's easy. I can walk you through it. We could give people like a 10% off, 15% off, and we could determine the dates. So we could make it from now until Christmas. We can do this.
Tune into our next podcast where we'll talk about how we set up deals on our merch. But before that, go to our store and buy all the merch you want first. And then tune in next week to learn about the discounted stuff.
I love how we wait until the day after Black Friday to start talking about this.
About the Black Friday thing. We've got merch.
Well, you know what? We can change it from Black Friday. We can have our Blue Monday sale. So that we can do that way. So that'll work.
Cool.
I say, why they got to be black?
That's why I said blue.
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 Can it be pink?
Green lives matter,
yes,
sir.
It does. Okay. All right. To make Patrick happy, we'll call it our
fluidic lives matter.
Fluidic space.
To make Patrick happy, we'll call it our brown starfish savings.
Oh, geez.
Disgusting.
Do not punch in the code Brown Star, okay?
That will not work.
And if anyone has a brown starfish, I ain't getting anywhere near them.
And if it does work, you're probably on Pornhub.
This is true.
It's supposed to be a pink starfish.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to keep that thing clean.
Oh my God! Speaking about pink starfishes that are clean, Rocky, what news do you have?
What? That's one hell of a segue, sir.
What news do you have?
It's the time for the season of buying spirits from Star Trek. Now that you've spent all your money in our merch store instead of the official Star Trek store, go back to the official places. Star Trek spirits are launching with Romulan ale whiskey and vodka.
Oh, wow.
That's right. Romulan ale rye whiskey and Romulan ale vodka available early December. And they've got pricing. I don't know if we should talk about the pricing because the whiskey's $85 a bottle and the vodka's $75 a bottle. And you can get a 2-pack for $155.
You do realize that having vodka is actually a health food drink because it's basically potato juice.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Now I have to go get another. I have to visit the merch store.
Can we add gravy to it? Would that work?
Don't mix your.
I don't know if there's a name for that.
Vodka with your gravy. Yeah. That's not okay.
This is why I fail most of my cooking experiments.
Anyway, you can go to. Don't drink Heather's vodka, by the way. You don't want that. StarTrekSpirits.com is where you want to go to learn more about this. And I think that's plenty for me. I don't think you need any more news whatsoever.
And before Nathan does his sad news, we should mention that it's Reginald Barclay's birthday yesterday.
Cool.
Dwight Schultz turned 75.
Barclay.
Oh, Barclay.
That's cool.
Barclay.
Okay. I guess my computer guy must have turned around and took a peek at what I was going to give the news at because he knew it was sad. But it is a sad news. He had a minor part in Voyager, but it was a pivotal part in Voyager. And it was a workforce. And he was a Quarren ambassador. It was a minor, I guess, very, very vital role when he was in it. But a lot of people will also know this gentleman as he was in Days of Our Lives for ever on the soap there.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
But he is also famous for being Jennifer Aniston's dad.
Aniston.
Yes. Aniston, that's what I said. John Aniston, who passed away not this long ago, died at 89 years old. He appeared in over 3,000 episodes of Days of Our Lives, and his final episodes are airing this December. He was also honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award from Daytime Emmys, and he appeared in all kinds of shows, so it's guaranteed you've seen him. He was in Airwolf, Mission Impossible, The West Wing, My Big Fat Greek Life, Gilmore Girls, Mad Men, Diagnosed Murder, and so many that we can't even start to name. He was born in Greece, and his family went to the United States when he was only a wee lad. And his very first acting credit was back in 1962 in an episode of 87th Precinct. I liked him as Kyriakis on Days of Our Lives. I used to watch it as it was commonly called Drool as the acronym for Days of Our Lives. So we'll give a little of a heartbeat. We'll give a count of 5 as a moment of silence. All right. Happy voyages to you there, John. See what I did there? Because you were on Voyager. Cue Patrick's sarcastic laugh.
He's not really laughing.
Yeah, because he really
It's sarcastic.
Well, this is true.
Oh God! Could we get on the next part of the show?
Yes.
Is there a next part? Oh, that part. Yeah, got it. Okay. We're going to go ahead and for those of you that are waiting with bated breath to hear my number one give the recap, well, today's your lucky day because he has the recap. So talk to us. Is your turn in the barrel.
Uh-oh.
Because I sure didn't do it.
Okay. Star Trek Prodigy, Season 1, Episode 15, Masquerade, aired November 24th, 2022. Act 1. Dal is jealous of the way the crew is fawning over Okona and imagines spacing him. The ship is in need of repairs and Okona suggests they go to Noble Isle. Janeway confirms that they may be able to find the parts they need to fix the ship there. The planet is only accessible via a space elevator as ion storms make landing and transporting impossible. On the other side of the neutral zone, Admiral Janeway contacts Admiral Jellicoe to get clearance to enter the neutral zone to retrieve the protostar. He denies her request as he doesn't want to risk the current negotiations with the Romulans. If the Romulans seize the protostar, he orders Janeway to destroy it. The crew takes the space elevator to the planet, but not before Hollow Janeway warns them if it's too good to be true, then it is. Okona takes him to the lab of a geneticist named Dr. Jago, who happens to be his client. When Jago sees Dal, she gets a boner and tells him that she knows where he came from and pulls a hair sample for DNA analysis, just as she thought. He is the product of Dr. Huh?
What?
Ooh,
what? When? Why? What?
Are you sure it's not they?
You might, yeah, they is probably a better way to put a pronoun to use.
Yeah, I think it's them, they.
That's it! Hold it right there! Pronoun trouble.
Well, it's who knows? She's an alien, so. Just as she thought, though, he is the product of Dr. Eric Soong's proteges. He is the result of a Homo sapien with the recessive genes of 26 different alien species. Dal is crushed and thinks he's a failed experiment. The crew tries to cheer him up by telling him that it doesn't change the way they view him and he doesn't need to be fixed, as Jago said. He agrees, and as they leave, he secretly has Jago give him the dermal implant.
All I have to say is 2 words. Murf Ball.
Yeah, that
it was a hamster ball for Murf.
Murf's got a hamster ball. It's so awesome.
It was
I thought you were going to say Jago Boner.
Okay.
I can't understand that one, but Heather can explain it to me later.
And then Murf playing with the phasers. I'm like, I think we need to get some childproof locks for the phaser cabinets.
At least put them on stun, for fuck's sake. He's carving its own initials into the wall.
I know.
Hello.
He has it on the highest setting.
No, it was hysterical because it's like that time that Heather left some hallucinogenics out in her lab and then Doc got a hold of it and started walking down the hall with all his attachments flailing and shooting. So yeah, but Murf was doing it like a happy little child, which I thought was hysterical.
Yeah.
So that was funny. And now you got this Jago doing genetic experiments. It's like, what the hell?
Ooh. I got Easter eggs. Can I say the Easter eggs?
Yes.
Yay.
I want an Easter egg.
Okay.
I want an Easter egg.
Woo. Okay, so did you guys know that the symbols that they had up on the thingy-mabobber, the screen?
That's a technical name?
The thingy-mabob. Well, that's the name I give certain guys. Anyway, that was from the video game. So those symbols came from the video game. Different video games like Star Trek Online, the MMORPG, and this was the very first time it was introduced as canon. So that was like really exciting. And if you guys look through it, he had a lot in him. Not only was he human, Vulcan, Tellarite, and all that, he was also a Klingon, Andorian, Cardassian. He had Suliban in him, species 8472, Romulan, Ferengi, the Kazon, which is what Aaron Eisenberg played, the Kazinti, and Gorn. He had some Gorn in him. And then there were some other possible species that were not verified, such as the Dominion, the Xindi, and Q. He might have some Q in him.
That's
I've had
really
some Q in
kind of...
me. We call it D.
He was
QD?
really, he's really a
Jesus.
goulash of things, is what people used to call.
It was a hell of an orgy.
Yeah,
He was a mashup.
yeah, he definitely was. And the
Melting
country,
pot.
they would call people that have a lot of diversity in their ethnic
Mutts.
background. They used to call them Sooners, which was they sooner have one thing than another. And that's what he was. He was a Sooner.
I thought he was a Soong'er because he was created by Soong.
That's
one of the
funny.
Soong doctors.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah,
no, Dal species is an alpha quadrant melting pot. That's like specifically what his species is.
Which explains why his ears always did look human and funny. Because he had those big Prince Charles flappable Dumbo ears. So that explains a thing. He finally gets his answer of what he is. But
he's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. But,
and he's not happy with the answer, like, reality.
If you're not happy with who you are, you're not going to be happy with who you're going to be. You've got to be happy with who you are yourself.
Yeah,
right, because your brain doesn't change.
No.
Your happiness comes from within.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And how did he pay for that procedure?
Oh, no, it's in the future. All medicals are covered. Universal care.
Oh, okay. Because the only
Starfleet insurance, it comes with the starship, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I thought of during that whole thing was that movie, You Really Shook One Loose There, Tiger. And I'm like, oh, is that how he paid for it?
Yeah, it's possible.
You know that movie? You know which movie I'm talking about? Kingpin. You really shook one loose there, Tiger.
Yeah. That was it.
Oh, you guys got to watch that.
If I was you, I would start doing some tongue exercises. There's another month's win due Thursday.
Yes. Yes.
Gross.
Exactly.
It wasn't that bad. But yeah, he starts the fact that now he feels and I can understand that. You find out that you get the worst traits of everybody. That just kind of hits home. And then you think like, I'm going to see my family. You have no family. And that would have been a perfect time for Gwen to step up and goes, we are your family. But nope, she let that boat fly.
let him, figure it out on his own for a little bit,
Yeah.
It was payback for all the shit he put her through.
Seriously, like, fuck you little turd. You almost tried to kill me earlier. But then she gives him the false hope.
So funny.
And what Janeway said, it's like, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And he even says that until he just goes in and lets the door close behind him.
He was tempted. He fell to temptation, especially, it only took a second, no big deal.
She forgot to mention the fact that he would like grow mustache hair and a beard and, Telluride teeth.
I assure you that's not all the hair he grew.
She should have let him read the small print. He didn't read the small print.
Nope, he just signed.
He should at least talk to a couple of her previous clients to find out how they're doing.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, when we started the show, Dal's like, oh, captain's log, stardate. Who cares? So obviously, if he doesn't care about that, he's not going to be the one that reads the fine print before signing.
Well, they could have. It's like those Earth commercials back in the day. You have a headache? Here, take our pill. Let it be gone in a half hour. May cause night terror, sweats, prolonged ejaculation, hair on your legs, hair on your side, hallucinations, night terrors.
If it lasts more than 4 hours.
Did you say prolonged ejaculation?
Yes, I did.
Oh, jeez.
Is that a side effect or a separate product?
Well, that's if you want to go outside and take the place of your lawn sprinkler.
Oh my God.
Oh, you mean that prolonged?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's when you need to call a doctor because there's something wrong.
Is that how that orgy happened?
Probably. But that's really, really bizarre. So the fact that he went in there, and I can kind of get it. How would you feel that you've been made to be the dredges of the entire galaxy?
Well, it could have been the good traits. You don't know what traits they picked.
All we need to do is ask you.
Oh.
Ask you. But he's not on the ship anymore. You mean you? Are you saying EWE? The guy that was half like goat? And
no, you.
What are you talking about? Where's that freaking button for an airlock for his room again?
That was so funny. He's imagining Okona being like blown out the airlock.
It was kind of fucked up though, because he was even in his daydream. He was still daydreaming.
Yeah, I know. That was funny.
He didn't even enjoy it. He was just kind of like, whatever.
No, that was the perfect way to handle the situation. That is actually how I handle my situations. If I want to kill someone, I just daydream whatever I want to daydream, and then there's no consequences, and it ends up exactly like how I want it. If I did it in real life, it would not end up how I wanted it, and there would be consequences. Daydreaming's awesome.
That's why you look at certain crew members and you get upset and goes, fuck, it didn't come true.
That's why I'm in the corner smiling when I look at certain people.
Mm.
I'm imagining blowing them out the airlock. Like number one.
Blowing them in the airlock?
We actually did that with number one.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
blowing them in the airlock?
He likes
No,
that,
we
so-
blew you out the airlock. That was fun.
Please just revisit what you said in your head first.
Oh,
That's
oops.
good advice.
Oops. I guess I should think before I speak.
I have to always be a little bit wary of these doctor types that say, hey, I can make you better. I can fix you. Be wary of the people that want to get to know you and are happy to meet you because they want to fix you.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be fixed.
Especially if their last name is Soon.
Yeah, that was bizarre. Pat, is there a next section or is this?
Yep.
Wait.
There is.
Before we go to the next section, speaking of Soon, he was created by Eric Soon, and Eric Soon was the 22nd century. That's what I said. Eric Soon was the geneticist who considered switching to cybernetics. He was on Enterprise, Season 4, Episode 4, Borderland, and also Season 4, Episode 6, The Augments. And he also funded the Project Con.
That's pretty cool.
It's just also somebody named Khan, something to do with that. These are big
Easter
concepts
eggs.
in Star Trek, by the way. These are worth Googling. Yeah, it's a big deal soon and his history. But more importantly, I think one thing they wanted to explore here in this episode, just to touch on, that there's science and then there's Starfleet science, because Starfleet takes science and doesn't push it certain places. Just because the science is cutting edge doesn't mean it's regulated. And that's where all the too good to be true probably is thing comes in. And we have to be careful. Just because we can do something with science doesn't necessarily mean we should. And I think that is the big hello to this entire section to Dal, because just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I agree.
Good point.
That's a lot of people's famous last
Just because you
thoughts.
can walk around the ship naked doesn't mean you should.
And just because it can make you feel good doesn't mean that you should be doing it.
Was that a
Please
dig at
take
me?
your own advice, number one.
I don't walk around the ship naked.
That you know of.
Are you sleepwalking?
I don't sleepwalk.
No, if he ever does walk around the ship naked, he's got the two dots. One would hold a censored bar in front of him and one holds a censored bar behind him. So technically,
That's
he's not really
awesome.
naked.
The dots have black bars they carry around with them just for the occasion.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of funny, but it's cool. What's our next section there, number one?
Act 2. Ensign Essentia volunteers to sneak into the neutral zone to retrieve the ship, but Janeway isn't ready to defy Jellicoe. She realizes that if they're thinking of sneaking in, the Romulans must be too, and orders Essentia to monitor all Romulan frequencies. A Tal Shiar squad arrives at Noble Isle as Dal rejoins his crew and is acting a tad strange, using big words and throwing shade. Back on the ship, Jankum is doing repairs and is stunned by Romulans who have boarded the ship. They get 0-2 but are unable to take control of the Protostar as the commands are locked out. Essentia uncovers that they are searching for the Protostar and looking for its captain. Janeway readies a torpedo spread to destroy the Protostar should it come to that. The Tal Shiar jump our crew and Okona runs off like a coward. Dal fights them off with his newly gained genetic enhancements. He's going through some genetic changes rapidly.
This part I thought was kind of wow. First, I was happy to see that they were smart enough to know to do to lock out the consoles, which finally they did that. And then the Medusan and they got basically the Romulan version of ninjas that are trying to take over the ship. And I just thought that was pretty wild that they come popping there. And then Dal woke up his ninja skills and he's doing all these leaping and flips and kicks and everything else.
Well, Dal basically goes Dahj.
Yeah, well,
remember Dahj, everybody, in her first encounter with the Romulan Tal Shiar?
Yeah,
she fucking kicked their ass. It was awesome. It is like, oh, I like this Dahj chick. She's awesome. And then they fucking killed her later. Spoilers.
And that's the same Tal Shiar that was in season 1 of Picard.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so it was pretty wild to see him do that.
You know what I liked about the Tal Shiar is they said, look at the space elevator. Fuck that. We've got anti-grav suits. They just jump off the edge.
Well, that was kind of cool.
That was rad.
The only thing was missing is a theme song. Fly into the danger zone. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
However,
this is not a singing podcast.
No.
No, we can't sing. But we are going to sing, but we can't sing.
And it's to see that somehow that asshole Jellicoe made it to Admiral.
Wasn't he an Admiral already?
Yeah, he was an admiral in Lower Decks. He was established as an admiral in Lower Decks.
Yeah, but still.
Jellicoe was on TNG, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Uh-huh.
He was
An admiral back then.
Was he an admiral back then when he took over the ship? I thought he was Captain Jellicoe.
He was the captain in TNG, and then they turned him into an admiral in Lower Decks.
Okay. Yes, that's what I meant. He was an asshole. He had no sense of humor.
There's always a place for an admiral that's an asshole in Star Trek, especially. All the admirals are fucking assholes in Star Trek.
Yeah, and he continues to kind of do so. I mean, Janeway, and he has to put her in her place. Vice Admiral. Like, shut the fuck up and listen to me.
Dude, he shut her down so hard.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, talk about everyone being an asshole that's an admiral in Star Trek. Even fucking Kirk was an asshole because he was an admiral and then he fucking took over the ship.
Yeah.
He retook the Enterprise as captain. That was in the motion picture.
Yeah, the sheer fucking hubris.
Does that mean Janeway's an asshole because she's an admiral?
Well, she's kind of been acting like that in the beginning.
2 words. Well, no, 1 word. 1 word. Tuvix.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, see? There you go. All the admirals in Star Trek are assholes.
Well, yeah, two Vix in one. Okay, that was bad.
Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week's podcast will be short 1 member.
Oh, shit.
I'm now taking applications for a new number 1.
We're going to space the captain after that horrible joke.
I am a space captain, so there's that.
I have to admit, though, one of the more redeeming parts of this show is RokTahk. And she's becoming more and more the smartest one of the whole crew.
It's so sciencey.
She nerds out over the sciencey stuff, and everybody's like looking at because that's cute. You got to admit that's cute for Star Trek.
She follows along,
but she also knows what's going on, and she obviously pointed out that Dal is like, "No, dude, you're cheating." Hello, she's the smart one out of all of them.
Yeah, women are technically will always be smarter than men. They just let men think that they are, but they got it.
When they're walking through the corridors during that part, Okona is telling the kids the story. And did you realize that he's referring back to the Next Generation episode, The Outrageous Okona, season 2, episode 4? He was telling them about that.
It did have a familiar ring to it, didn't it?
I didn't pick that up. See, that I love your research that you find all these little things that I miss. I think that's so cool.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, but I didn't pick that up, but you can see he's self-centered because as soon as danger came, he ran away.
Yeah, coward.
So he was gone, but Dal is kicking ass and being all proud of himself.
Well, until he starts feeling a stomach ache because a third arm's about to come out.
Yeah.
That's not an arm.
Dude, that put some hair on his chin. That really turned him into a teenager fast.
And it brought out all of the teenage aspects to Dal. He was still being a dick.
Yeah, he was.
He was back to being a dick in this.
He had an Xbox power-up button on his neck. So that he's just without the noise.
Yeah, you got to pay $9.99 a month for that, though, right?
Does that mean that he also had the vibrator along with it?
Yeah, the vibration and the controller. Yeah.
Was that extra?
Maybe that's how he gets some height to his distance.
Oh my.
Who knows what else he would have been done with that little hair in the back.
I thought it was hilarious when Jankum gets hit by that stun gun and he looks down and he starts poking at it.
Like,
he's poking at it.
This is awesome. Check this out. Somebody just shot me with this thing. Knocks him out.
That was so funny.
That was funny.
I would admit I'd probably do the same thing. It was like, bam, ooh, what's this? It's a big green thing. Awesome.
Poke.
Oh, look, a vibrator.
It's like, how is this made?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah, it zaps him. You got to make sure it zaps him before you start taking the screwdriver out to take it apart and look inside. That's how you steal an engineer.
Oh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's true.
And how do you steal a science officer? By putting a bunch of really adorable space puppies in the store window.
Rainbow puppies.
How much is that space puppy in the window? Bark, bark.
They were so cute, though.
Yeah,
They're so adorable.
You got to admit, genetics does make puppies look cute. Yeah. Although you can do that with breeding, apparently.
And they were rainbow colored.
Can't do that with breeding yet.
We know what happened with pups from Lower Decks.
So that's a different planet.
Oh, yeah. So.
Oh, damn.
That was strange.
The farm.
Number 1.
Yep.
You want to go to the next section?
Sure. Act 3. They head back to the space elevator and pursued by the Romulans, who try to kill them as they ascend. Rok tells Gwyn to drop the metal, and as the Romulans are zapped by lightning, Janeway fires the torpedoes. Dal suggests letting Murf out of the bowl, and Murf kicks some Romulan ass. Looks like we have a new security officer. Janeway aborts the torpedoes just in time as they realize the crew got away from the Romulans. Dal confesses he wanted the crew to look at him the same way that they looked at Okona, and that's why he got the implant. Gwyn tells him he's better than Okona because he stayed. Rok gives her very first log entry. Back on the ship, Rok and Zero remove the implant. Science needs rules. It's our imperfections that make us who we are, Rok says. Essentia goes to meet with the diviner and activates Dreadnought. Surprise, surprise, she's a Vanu-Kot sent back to retrieve the ship.
Okay, that part, the last part there. And I was like, no wonder she's so fucking helpful. She was a plant.
Mm-hmm.
That whole thing when she turned and I was like, holy shit.
Is she Audrey too?
She would have killed me because she totally got me.
Yeah,
I was totally like half in love with. I'm like, I want to go on the Dreadnought and meet Ensign Essentia.
Yeah, but now that she's
who
turned,
is played by the fabulous Jamila Jamor or Jamila.
Oh, she's awesome.
She's off of Twitter.
Oh,
she's not on Twitter anymore.
Oh,
That's
is she one of the ones that moved to the?
She was one of the ones.
The Bantador, what's it called? Mastodon.
Yep.
Yeah, Mastodon.
Yep, Mastodon.
We moved there too, by the way.
And she's queer.
Yep.
Ah,
but it was really kind of wild because now it makes me think, what the hell is Janeway going to do now? Because you can't have like a sentient robot on the ship and her that she dropped.
This is a minor detail.
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, there's a giant fucking killer robot on your starship that you don't know about.
It's a coffee table. It transformed into the coffee table.
The Transformers. Robots in disguise.
Oh shit! Is that why the dots start doing it? We got to stop letting them watch the show.
I thought we got a few more coffee tables on the ship than I thought we'd shipped out with.
They saw that and they're like, we can do that.
I thought somebody went to IKEA or something. I got a good deal. We got all these coffee tables around here. It's just the dots.
Oh my God.
But now it was nice to see Janeway kind of coming back to herself because she realizes those are kids. I don't want to kill the kids. I just want to keep them from getting the protostar.
Well, she's also like, damn, those are some badass kids.
Well, yeah, they went up against a Tal Shiar and survived. I mean, hello.
And won. Yeah.
But they had Mr. Spindly. I mean, it was kind of cool to see Murf turn into like a rubbery ninja himself.
Murf was like sitting in that ball and Murf was going, I know Kung Fu. And they're like, don't worry, Murf, you're going to be okay. You're indestructible. Murf is like, I know Kung Fu. But Murf doesn't know how to speak yet, so he can't really understand what Murf is saying. But the second they let Murf out, fucking kick some ass.
He is a gooey martial arts badass.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of gooey, you know what? Dal let out the blue goo.
Oh, yeah, Dal. Dal had the forceful ejaculate.
He
hit the forceful ejaculate. And then when you go, what the hell is this? And fall. See, I'm still helpful.
Romulan slipped in the goo.
Dal is like, what's this feeling? I'm feeling something I've never felt
kind
before.
Of funny, but I like it.
Seriously.
Feel all tingly.
Oh my God, I got hair down there now.
Ew.
Like, oh my God. Yeah, and then after Murf goes out and beats all their asses, he goes right back to his home like a good little puppy. He goes right back into the ball.
Why are they keeping Murf in the hamster ball? I feel so bad for Murf.
It's safer for everybody else.
Yeah, and he didn't know how to walk right yet. He was still doing his, the 2-year-old wobbly walk.
Okay.
And he was getting into everything quite happy, just like when he sat on the console and shot the torpedo off last episode.
Oh, is that what they're trying to prevent? Okay.
Yeah, but it was
sense.
wild. But they made it. I mean, that was nice. And
there was a lot of successful moments in this. Even RokTahk, another one, noticed that Gwen's heirloom was it vibrating? What was it doing?
It was metal.
It was humming, and it was in tune, about to get zapped by one of the ion storms. She's just like, you should put that away. And wouldn't you know, that's when the lightning hit and zapped the Romulans.
I really am impressed with RokTahk. For supposedly somebody who's supposed to be the youngest on the ship.
Yeah.
She's got intelligence, intuitive nature. She's just friggin' amazing. I really think.
I'm worried because I do like it. I really enjoy that she's the smart one, but I'm worried that it's going to become the thing every episode. And I'm just hoping that's not where they're going with this, because I don't want to get annoyed
when she comes a MacGuffin.
when she becomes the Wesley Crusher, basically. She's like, I know what it is.
I love Wesley.
I love Wesley too, but I mean, you know that thing where he always solved the problem when nobody else could figure it out, and they're all adults.
Yeah,
I'm worried about.
That's why they didn't like him.
I'm worried about RokTahk becoming that, and I think she's going to be really good and really useful, but she can't be the only one.
No, hopefully they're not.
RokTahk's not 100% accurate. I mean, she's still a kid, but she's pretty damn smart for being a kid.
And she's really cute.
And she has insightful phrases. She says a lot of insightful things, which I think was pretty cool.
What insightful thing were you thinking of?
Well, when she told Dal about how the sum of his parts, I'm paraphrasing here, that's what makes him unique.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like when she was naming his parts.
No, she said science rules and science needs rules.
Yeah.
I thought that was incredibly intelligent. And that she, of course, mentioned the thing that imperfections is what makes us who we are. And Dal needs to realize just because he's not perfect doesn't make him not be a nice person. He's a great person. He's a wonderful person.
Like, everyone is not perfect. Everyone is like has their flaws and mistakes, and except number one. He's perfect.
Number one is perfect.
Number one is perfect.
Well,
I felt him staring too.
I didn't want to say anything myself.
It's an audio podcast, but he was staring so hard at both of us.
I know, right?
I didn't want to toot my own horn.
He was totally.
There's a Native American saying that says every person is my superior, but yet I may learn from him. So it shows you that, like you said, everybody has a gift, but nobody's really flawless except for maybe number one. But everybody else has things that they have, different issues and problems. And like in that movie Rent, I'm just looking for someone whose baggage goes with mine. It's just
my flaw is I can't cook. I always start a fire when I try to cook.
Well, duh.
Well, then you look at the benefits. If somebody who's with you, they get a chance to eat out all the time.
Yeah.
Or if we ever need to get a campfire started.
They might not like that.
Who's eating out who? What?
Oh my God.
So I love the part where RokTahk's first science log reminds me of my first science log. I was so excited when I did that, and it was like, oh my God, a cadet doing their first log. This is so exciting.
The excitement and enthusiasm is wonderful and infectious. That's what's great about RokTahk is she's infectious and wonderful.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we have a hollow doctor for if she's infected?
Okay, number one isn't always perfect.
Now number one's getting grumpy. That's when we push him toward the airlock.
Yeah, number one isn't 100% perfect. Just kidding.
Differ, but that's okay.
Just kidding. If someone builds an elevator to space, you would think that they would, I don't know, make the glass phaser proof.
At least they put helmets. They got backup helmets in that thing. I thought that was very insightful.
The one thing sciencey that was wrong with that whole space elevator is how quickly they got to the planet. It doesn't go that fast. I've read science fiction novels with space elevators, and it does.
No, it takes like a week or so, right?
It takes forever to get down there.
Like you get meals and shit inside those things. Yeah.
Well, if you're going down that fast to the Earth,
if you're going down that fast, either way,
wouldn't gravity pick you up and you'd sort of be pressed up against the ceiling?
No.
Well, if it goes gradually, then
it takes forever.
Unless they have anti-grav bubble when it's on there. Oh, which reminds me, Patrick, did you ever get that achievement they have going down while you're going down?
Wait, you got that achievement?
I've always gotten every achievement I've gone for.
Yeah, so
isn't that a song by Aerosmith?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you know how you have the Mile High Club? Well, they have the Going Down While You're Going Down Club.
It's Love in the Elevator?
Yeah.
Love in an elevator.
What is that achievement called where a gay guy has sex with a woman?
Disgusting.
It's called Congratulations, You're Bi.
Whoops, I didn't mean to slip that there.
Gross.
It's called the Bi Award.
It's called You're Not a Gold Star Gay.
It does happen. It's out there. But other than that, I like.
I shouldn't say gross because I've done it. So.
Hey, love everybody. As long as you're loving, that's what really matters.
So you have that achievement? That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm not a gold star gay.
Oh.
No.
You're a bronze star gay?
I wouldn't even go that far.
I don't want to know what color the star is. Thank you.
He's a brown star gay.
It's a pink starfish.
Now that we've thoroughly turned off our more sensible
guests. This is normally
guests,
where we say next section, but that's the end of the show.
But it's the end of the show here.
Memory Alpha? They gave the lamest, shortest summary.
They didn't even do Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. They just did like one small...
Like the one sentence description of the episode?
It was like a paragraph of the whole episode. Like that was their summary.
Wow. The Reader's Digest condensed version.
Yeah, I had to like look at what they had posted and then rewatch the show to figure out where the breaks were.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
lame,
definitely...
Memory Alpha, lame. You're falling down on the job.
They didn't have you writing it. That's why.
I think they're not as excited about Prodigy, and that's what's going on.
If you don't like how Memory Alpha's doing, you just have to become a writer yourself.
I think what it is that they rotate the duty like we do for our recaps.
You said duty.
And the person who did it is not a fan of the show, so that's why they do it as short as possible, because then we do have other recaps on Memory Alpha that are really well detailed.
I
and
thought
broken
maybe
down
because the recap's getting better eventually, right? So somebody's just busy working that night.
No,
they got a night job or a day job.
That's
I
true.
haven't looked at past episodes to see.
Yeah. But I have a question for you, dear number one. What's next week's episode called?
Preludes.
Ooh, you said Preludes?
Yes, Quaaludes. Yes, exactly.
The kids are going to get smashed.
Oh, I'm going to check
like that.
It's what happens when Heather puts the time crystals in the coffee. Quaaludes.
Hey,
it's the same effect.
Hey, I'm also really ticked off because somebody left edibles on the table,
and
I thought they were like regular gummies, and I ate a handful because they were good, and then 3 hours later, I thought I was gonna die.
Oops! Guess I shouldn't have left those out.
Yeah, it was. I rocked myself back and forth on the floor because it was way too many of them.
I was going to give those to the Tribbles for when we were, taking the shuttlecraft end of the planet to calm them, and then I couldn't find them. Now I know. Yeah, because
I ate them all, and it was really no person should consume that much. So, and the EMH was not sympathetic. I called emergency medical, and it's like, I'm dying. And
this is like the sixth time this week.
It's like EMH goes, you're not dying, Captain. You're fucking high. Just write it out.
I just checked the other summaries. Only the last two summaries for Prodigy have just been the summaries without the act split up. But the first three, Asylum and Let Sleeping Borgs Lie and All the Worlds of Stage, all have their act broken up.
Like I said, they probably rotate the duty.
Let's not call out so hard on the poor person who does that. We love that they do it when they do it correctly. So let's try to encourage whoever on Memory Alpha is providing these wonderful summaries we like to base our podcast off of.
Chances are they're not listening to us anyway, so there's
Well, that's how they know we love them. We're giving them shit.
But however, I will say, for those of you that do listen, we should share in the good news. Our listenership is up by what? How many people listen to us now? We got
5.
Yeah, it was up from 4.
That's not on the thing. I'm talking about our aggregate count. Last time I looked, our number of hits that are on YouTube and everything else, we're tapping like over 600 people or more.
What? Really?
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
Don't be. We've grown from like only one person listening to us.
It was only the one episode where we talked about the porno.
Yeah, that one's up to 1,500, I think.
Well, that's actually impressive because it was only 1,000 last week.
So we do have a lot of listeners, and we appreciate all of them, especially our loyal ones that let us know that we'll admit in public that they listen to us.
I'm actually surprised that we have that many. I didn't realize that we were actually,
it's not all at once.
But we do have a lot of people listening to us because we're on multiple platforms. We're on SoundCloud, we're on iTunes, we're on YouTube, we're on, what's the other one, Chief?
SoundCloud.
It's everything that I try to hit all the big podcast feeds. So it's the Amazon, it's the Google, it's the Apple, it's whatever SoundCloud can do. And we tweet it out every week. So
we get people.
Thank you for listening.
And then we Facebook it, and then we Mastodon it now. We're Mastodoning. If you like, shout us out a thank you, or just hit our merch store and buy shit.
Yeah, let us know that you're listening out there.
You know what I think? I think one of the reasons we may have so many listeners is because we have such a diverse crew.
We do have a very diverse crew.
Probably.
We have a straight white man.
Mm-hmm.
We have a straight black man. We have a gay white man, and we have a bi white girl.
Woo.
We fit all the things.
Pretty much.
We fit all of them. And so I want to give a thank you out there to Ed, to Pimpin' That Hole, to Lana.
Is that really Pimpin's name? I think you keep missing her name. His name.
I know, but it's so funny. I like the way
it's a better name. Pimpin' That Hole is kind of, that's a pretty funny name. But
isn't that the name?
That's Pimpin' Ain't Dead.
Oh,
it's something like that, but it's so funny. funny.
Pippin, not pimpin'.
I thought pimping that. Well, who else? We have another person too. We have Dom also.
Well, Dom has been a loyal listener for the longest time. We love Dom.
Has been with us all the
and
time.
we always shout out Lana because Lana's wonderful.
Yeah, and Andy,
Lana.
her husband, he listens.
Andy.
But even though Andy listens, Lana's the one that gives us Patreon love. So thank you.
Think about that for a moment.
So seriously. So next time we see you, Andy, we're going to clip your wings. So let you go ahead and
Hawkman will be no
donate to the
more.
show. That's right.
He's known for his wings, sir.
So you'll be Hawk Flutter.
Oh my.
But thanks everyone for joining us. Make sure you come next week when we're going to talk about Quaaludes. And
It's a prelude to Quaaludes.
oh, the show is called Preludes, not Quaaludes. Oh, okay. Well, join us next week for Preludes, so we can see if Janeway is actually going to figure what she's going to do, knowing that she's got some evil people on her ship, and how she's going to handle it. So that's going to be interesting if they even touch that point. Including next week's episode, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 episodes left to the first season. And then we're done with doing this. And we're going to have to go back to torturing Heather with Enterprise.
No.
Yes.
Please.
Ha, 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 ha.
No. Wait, we have some movies we need to watch before we do that. No, let's totally watch the movies. It'll be
You're
fun.
prolonging your agony.
I really am not. Let's do the movies.
You're prolonging the agony. If we do the movie, the
Anything
podcast
but
will
Enterprise.
be the podcast would be just as long as the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? Us trying to break the movie into acts.
We could do it.
No.
Yeah, you just don't want to do the Enterprise stuff.
Not at all.
I can tell.
Not at all.
Well, maybe
You're missing out on all the good stuff because all the best Enterprise episodes did come later.
Yeah, they did.
If I have to wait 3 fucking seasons before we start getting to the good episodes, it's not a fucking good series.
They don't have that many seasons.
No, there isn't.
Right? There's 4 seasons total, I think?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
And then the fourth season is like the only one that's
like 2 more
good.
seasons till they start getting really good.
Oh my God.
It gets really good, but it ends really fucked up. But other than that,
it does.
It's really
Wait, so it doesn't even end good?
No, it's one of the worst ending Star Treks ever.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck Enterprise.
It's really bad. Well, they did. That's why it ended bad.
That's why it ended so badly. Yeah.
It's really.
And would you know
bad.
what Riker was involved?
Yeah, and Troy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
and
love
Troy.
Riker.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, everybody does. He's such an awesome individual. He really is. Talking to him and everything is just. You have some Star Trek people. A good many of the Star Trek people are really cool people. When you get a chance to sit and talk to them, they're really approachable and they're just
sweet,
amazing,
kind.
They're really
generous
nice
with their time.
You know how we said the Star Trek, the Friday, Black Friday discounts? TeePublic t-shirt site has 40% off site-wide for the next 37 hours.
They're not going to...
The podcast isn't going to be out by 37 hours, sir.
It's going to be over by the time this comes out. Oh, my.
That sounds like a date.
Time crystals.
Well, yeah, if you take time crystals, you might get some good Black Friday deals.
It sounds like you know what we can do?
Okay,
I'll tell you what. This is a way we can solve it.
I'll crush up the time crystals into powder and then send it to people, and then they'll get confused and snort it, and I'll be like, "No, you weren't supposed to snort it."
Well, this is going to be a thing that will be able to help. We can put the discounts links on the website ahead of the show.
We can't do that. We can't do that.
And just remove it.
It won't be on the
afterwards.
website. No, it's not going to be on the website now.
I stand corrected. It won't be on the website.
Sorry.
Are we slipping into a marketing meeting at the end of our show?
Yes.
No.
We should just end the show.
Yeah, I think that we should be able to end the show.
Have we mentioned we have a merch store?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
At least twice.
Wait. No, I don't believe you're a fucking Swiss Army knife. You're too huge. Get out the room.
He's the big display model.
Oh my God.
You know the big display model?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Okay. Yes.
Is he trying to turn into a chair and have you sit on him?
Yeah, I think he got the tongue attachment to work because it was wiggling.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
That's a shapeshifter joke.
Yeah.
That's not appropriate.
No. And if you were under the age of 18, if you managed to listen to us, you got lucky because we sent an assassin to your house. No, we won't, but
Section 31.
we'll scare you. And if this is the first time listening to the show and you know me and LIR, I'm sorry. You're getting the full unfiltered Nathan that doesn't act that way in front of family and friends.
You're getting the fun, Nathan.
Yeah, so you're getting all of that. So thank you for joining us for another episode of Starfleet Underground here on the USS Butler. It was a pleasure having you here. So come next week where we'll be talking about Preludes and the rest of the show as we continue on. Check our site. If you want to send us an email, you can send it to us at thecollective@starfleetunderground.com. And again, that's thecollective@starfleetunderground.com. That email does hit all of our inboxes. So if you want to talk to a certain member of the crew, just make sure you say attention to whoever you wanted to talk to. Okay.
And if you send us any pictures, they're automatically going to Patrick for review.
Yeah, because our hot dog filter is not working right, but Patrick's really good at looking at the hot dogs before he lets Heather to be able to check it, because we don't want hot dog filters. No. So don't send us any dick pics because not good. Other than that, if you want to send nudes of naked women, we tend, the chief and I will review those personally.
I think HR is listening, sir. You shouldn't be saying that.
Oh, see, you said HR. Now Patrick's going to get excited because it stands for hard rearing, but that's okay.
Oh, gross.
Did I say that out loud? Damn it. Okay. We're going to get going here. So thanks everybody for joining us. And remember, just don't have a great week, but make it so.
And if you can, support the show by going to patreon.com/Starfleet Underground. Lots of perks to choose from, and you might even like some of them. Starfleet Underground, beaming into a podcast feed near you. Log on to our website at starfleetunderground.com and send your comments and questions to thecollective@starfleetunderground.com. Follow us on Twitter at StarfleetUnderG and on Facebook and Instagram, we're Starfleet Underground.
No, I'm not sitting on you. Go away.